Hello everybody, this is Gabby the Great, but you can call me Ben, with Gaming in here. Today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. And now this is my first time ever playing this game, so let's tap in. Does anyone... I know what time it is. It is 12:27 in the morning. I really appreciate this guy, like, adjusting the game for me. I mean, that's very nice. That's very courteous of me. I greatly appreciate this man. The little man in the computer, I really like him. Okay, so if you see in the top left corner, live Tucker reaction, so that is, you like being alone, don't? This is kind of freaky. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this for now. Tucker is in the corner. I wanted to use my camera. However, I look disgusting. So I decided that my friend Tucker should be live reacting to everything that I do in game. So he's here with me. He's not gonna say anything, but his camera's on. And you'll see what it is. I will talk to you later, Mr. Man. I like the guy in the computer. Alright, so let's play this game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
I want that job.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so now I'm controlling the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, maybe I missed a memo. I'm just gonna go and close this door. Oh, they won't even let me close that door. Maybe I just missed... That's peculiar. I mean, I wasn't instructed to pick up the bucket or fiddle with this computer. So I'm gonna ignore that. I'm supposed to go to the meeting room. Is this the meeting room? No. That doesn't look like a good meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Easy enough. I like this game so far. Graphically beautiful. Probably the most beautiful game I've ever... You guys see this pearly white? I love this white.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
It looks like there's no work Sundays. Oh, maybe that's why no one's here, is because it's Sunday. I think if I'm Stanley, which it appears that I am, I think I probably have to go back to, like, my house. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. The broom? Okay. It's nice that we have a broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, his boss's office isn't through here. Executive bathroom. Oh, that seems nice. I don't have to go right now, though. I went a couple minutes ago.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Really lucky.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Oh, there's nothing to do there anyway. Okay, I guess we gotta go down. I like this elevator. This reminds me of the elevator that's in my apartment complex.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I came in on my day off, and it's not that big of a deal. I just need to go home.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. I'll do that. I was given no further instruction. Tucker, what do you think? Oh, his mic's muted. His microphone doesn't work. I'm gonna just hit this.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
So I'm not even gonna bother, but that's not of any real note. You play this game, I'm guessing you're just supposed to follow the guy's orders.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I really like this room. Freedom means nothing or whatever, but this room is pretty dope, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna hit this big button again.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Oh, no.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Are they emotionally manipulated?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I'm not blind.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, so if I hit on, that would turn the power on. And I'm supposed to dismantle it, so I'm gonna go with the... Did I win? Whoa. That's my crosshair.
Blackness
On the screen. That's
and a rising chill of uncertainty.
This is big.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
In an urban American, like a suburban place in America, instead of...
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
I really like
the immense possibility of the new path before him.
I love parking
This was
lots.
exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Infrastructure, and I really love
And
parking.
Stanley was happy.
But I'm happy. I'm happy, guys. It fades to a black screen. Loading? Oh. Okay. Nice. Well. I hope you guys enjoyed. So that was it. That was the game. I beat the game. I really liked it. That was kind of short, I think, for $25 that I paid on Steam for this. But I also didn't pay any money because I illegally pirated this game. So I'm kind of conflicted on how I feel. It was really short. It was only a couple minutes long. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So I would give this game an 8 out of 10 on the gaming fun scale. On the gaming difficult scale, I'll probably give this like a 3 out of 10 because it wasn't super hard, but you have to follow directions which requires some higher level cognitive skills, and not everyone possesses that, so that's why it's a 3. Overall, I would probably give this game like a 9 out of 10. It would be a 10 out of 10 if it was a little bit longer, but I also feel like if it was longer, I would probably like it would probably get to the point where it would be too hard to play because that was like a lot of instructions to follow. So if I had to follow more instructions, then I probably wouldn't have been able to beat the game. Cause this is like Simon Says pretty much, but like Simon is this random narrator, and you're Says, and I'm really bad at Simon Says, but I don't I don't know what to say, guys. I really like this game. I think it's borderline perfect. I wish it wasn't $25. I wish this game was free, so that way everyone could play it. This has been Gobby the Grit for Gaming Ing. Game out.
You never miss, bitch, I got good aim. Since I jumped off the porch, bitch, shoot shit, that's how I made a name. All I want is racks, racks, racks.